Hi guys, this is Michael Alexander. Thanks for joining another Quick Charts today. It's April 12th, about 10 a.m. New York time, and today we had a big Bitcoin price move about $1,000 above 8,000 and settled down to about 7,700, so that was very surprising. So let's get into the Quick Charts, and before we do, again, Quick Charts brings you the top analyst all in one page, saving you research and helps you from missing that next major price move. So let's get into Quick Charts now. We have 6 analysts. We still have 5 from yesterday, and we added one new analyst today, which is Bullish. So let's just look at where prices are heading. We have the first Quick Charts down to that 42.50. The second one down to 2 price points, 6,400. Third one 47.26. And then the fourth one here about 3 price points, 5,000, 4,000. 2,500 down to 4,500, 3,000, and this one is going up here. That is one of our bullish analysts we'll go over into. So a few prices to take away from this. We have the next major prices, about $6,000 is a major price point to look at to, which is February 6th bottom. We have $4,500 price point. 1, 2, 3 analysts are looking at these as the next major prices. I'm sorry, 4. So we have 4 that are around 4,500, and we have 3 analysts that are showing about 3,000 price point at the bottom here. So take note of those prices, and you could adjust your trading strategy based on those prices. That is the end of Quick Charts for this video, and now we're going to get into the prediction and reasoning from the analyst. If this was good enough, then you can stop right here and move on, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video. So let's get into the predictions and reasoning section. One of our analysts, Silicon, he sees a bearish scenario down to 42.50, and he does use a condition that we could have hope for bullishness if we, on the 4-hour chart, break 7,200 and close above 7,200 and the 200 EMA. That's on the 4-hour chart. We haven't done that yet, even though we broke those. He is an Elliott wave technician, and I'll go into detail more below. We have Tony Vase, who uses candlesticks. He uses TD sequential, sees us going down to 6,000 first, then bouncing up to 4,900. Then we have CoinDesk Markets, where they are bullish. They see that the 50 weekly moving average is holding the price up, and the price should not move down as the 50 moving average is holding us up. Our next analyst, Real Crypto, he is not Elliott wave technician. He's using historical Bitcoin data for 2013, 2014, and trend lines, and believes that we have a few major destinations. This range, 4,700 range here, then bouncing up, then 2,600 range here. Then we have AP. He is an Elliott wave technician. Believes that from the monthly we're very bearish. From the weekly we're bearish, but if we close below that 50 moving average, then that's going to definitely break a major supporting trend line, and we're going to see 4,500. We'll bounce up, and then we'll see the 3,000 to finish. We have Financial Freedom, who's also an Elliott wave technician, who also sees the weekly chart as very bearish, and has a few price points. I looked at his Elliott wave structure, where we'll go around 6,000 bounce, 4,000 bounce. I believe this is wave 3, and then we'll bounce up to wave 4 and finish off the Elliott wave around 2,500, 3,000, and he wants to see the RSI around 30, which would be great to reset the indicators as well. He came out, and these are the dates of the analyst, so you know when they came out with their predictions. And that's it for the prediction and reasoning section. We can move on to the candle charts. Now the candle charts are going over the analyst's actual chart. So these charts are going to be from the analyst, with the exception of one, which I created myself because the analyst did not have it. So let's go over Silicon's chart. He's showing you Elliott wave structure. If you're not familiar with it, then please watch his video. He goes into more details. He has us drawn out a WX, YX, and then finishing off with the Z. This is truncated, but he does his primary is going to be a Z down to 42.50 down here. He says there is a chance that this Z could have finished very short, but again, his primary is going to be down to 42.50. Then you have Tony Vase. He wants to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candlesticks in a row going down. And if we don't finish those 9 candlesticks, that could be bad for Bitcoin. Again, for more details, please visit his YouTube channel and watch his video. We have CoinDesk Markets. I actually created this chart. They did not have the chart, but I just wanted to give you a visual. We have the 50 moving average here, and the weekly chart is bouncing off of this weekly, and CoinDesk Markets believes that this is what's holding Bitcoin up right now. There are a few other things. You can visit their Twitter to get the more details, but they mainly talked about the 50 moving average and the weekly holding Bitcoin up, so we should see bullishness in Bitcoin. Then you have Real Crypto, who used historical price data of Bitcoin plus the measured moves and patterns. So one pattern that he used, a trend line and a measured move, not exactly a pattern. He drew a line from that 6,000 price point across the 6,400 price point right here. Then he measured a line from the top here, about the 11,700 down to this line, and he copied that line to where the breakout could happen, and we end up down at about $3,000. So that's how he projected that, along with the historical price data of Bitcoin. And we have AP, who is the Elliott Wave technician. He's using Elliott Wave to project his prices, as well as showing the reason why it's headed in a bearish Elliott Wave structure because of a major resistance on the weekly, and then the supporting trend line should break. Once we fall below that 50 moving average on the weekly, we have a few more days left to see if that's going to happen. But he's very firm on a bearish scenario where the WXY could finish around 4,000. We bounce up to hit this resistance trend line here, and then we finish the Z down here, around here. And then we have financial freedom. Here's his landing point. He uses the logarithmic scale. This is a historical supporting trend line from a couple of years ago. This is the current trend line here. We believe that this is going to break very soon. By next week, we should see all the bearishness go down, and we should see this as an ultimate landing spot above the 3,000 zone. Let's go to another chart. 2 inside candles, which is very bearish. He came out with that today. So that's also similar to a bearish flag, where we should see a break downwards. Here's an Elliott wave structure showing a 1, 2, 3, a 3 wave starting from here around 4,000. Then we bounce up to 4, and don't see the price exactly. And then we finish off around the 3,000 zone. That's the his Elliott wave structure. And then we have the bear pennant here, where he drew it out, and he drew a measured move, which he took this measurement and he redrew it on the breakdown here, down to the 3,000 area. And this is on balance volume, which is another indicator where he showed the wave 4, where we could have a landing zone, and that's just another indication where Bitcoin has a ways to go. He's very firm on around the 3,000 price point to finish. So that finishes today's quick charts. We've gone over all 3 sections. I hope that you found it informative. Please take note of prices, next major prices where we could be heading, so you could adjust your trading strategy. And just to finish, these are all opinions of the analyst. Coinsider is not a financial advisor, and if you do make any decisions in trading, just please do your own homework. We thank you for tuning into another Quick Charts today, April 12th, about 10 a.m. New York time, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.